To begin with practice set 3.2 today, we'll first be learning what are touching circles. Now there are two type of touching circles. This one, as you can see, they are externally touching circles. Okay. Now this is point A, this is point B. As you can see, point A and point B are the centers of the two touching circles. Okay, let us say the bigger circle has radius 5 centimeter and the smaller circle has radius 3 centimeter. Okay, it clearly means that the distance between the external touching circles, when I say the distance, it means the distance between their centers, is the sum of the radii. When I say the sum of the radii, means the total of radii. Okay, the total of radii, you can see it is 5 plus 3, 8 centimeter. Okay, so the other way of circle is internally touching circles. So this is a circle. Let us say I'll draw another circle now. Let us say the radius of bigger circle is 5 centimeter and the radius of smaller circle is 3 centimeter. Okay, here also A and B are the centers of the circle. Okay, so here what will be the distance between their center? When I say distance between their center, means AB. Okay, let O be the point of contact. Okay, so AB will be how much? It will be, AB will be 5 minus 3, so that is 2 centimeter. Okay, the whole is 5 minus this I'll subtract, so distance between their center is 2 centimeter. So it is very simple. When the touching circles meet externally, the distance between their centers is the sum of the radii, and when the distance when the circles are internally touching circles, the distance between their centers is the difference of their radii. Okay, here you have to add, here you have to subtract. This was the concept before we have to start 3.2. Let us come to the exercise now. Okay, as you can see, two radii are given. There are two internally touching circles. Okay, here I have written the information, but I have to suppose here, let the radii of two circles be R1 and R2. Okay, R1 and R2. Therefore, R1 is equal to 3.5 centimeter and R2 is equal to 4.8 centimeter. Okay, circles are internally touching circles. After writing this only, you can write, therefore the distance between their centers is equal to the difference of the radii. Okay, it is equal to the difference of the radii. Okay, therefore R2 minus R1 is equal to 4.8 minus 3.5. What is 48 minus 35? It is 13. So it is 1.3 centimeter. So you have to write, therefore the distance between the centers of circle is 1.3 centimeter. Okay, So let us move on to second one. Second one also is similar, and here we have to find the distance between the centers of externally touching circles. Okay, so first I have just here written R1 and R2 for your information, but I have to suppose here, let R1 and R2 be the radii of two circles where R1 equals to 5.5 centimeter and R2 equals to 4.2 centimeter. Okay, now as you can see, the circles are externally touching circles. Therefore, the distance between their radii is equal to the sum of the radii. The distance between there, I beg your pardon, this is centers. Okay, therefore R1 plus R2 equals to 5.5 plus 4.2. How much? 55 plus 40 is 95, so 97. It is 9.7 centimeter. Therefore, the distance between their centers is 9.7 centimeter. Okay, then let us move on to third one. Okay, so third one is construction where R1 is 4 centimeter, R2 is 2.8 centimeter. What they have asked is, you have to draw two type of circles. One is externally touching and one is internally touching. How will you draw? You know R1 plus R2. First I'll do for externally touching 4 plus 2.8, that is 6.8. So what I'll do is, I'll draw a segment of AB of 6.8 centimeter. Okay, out of this I'll take R1 4 centimeter, I'll take a radius of 4 centimeter. This is your rounder. Take a radius of 4 centimeter, and from here you can draw a circle. Okay, now this is 4 centimeter, radius is 4 centimeter. Okay, now from B, you know 2.8, this naturally will be 2.8. So from here you can draw a circle that is of measure of radius 2.8 centimeter. Clear? Now let us move on to internally touching circles. Okay, so internally touching circles, as you can see, first I'll draw a radius of this circle of radius 4 centimeter. Okay, now you know we have to draw internally touching circles, so here I will see the radius of the second circle, it is 2.8 centimeter. So what I'll do, from here I'll mark the center taking a rounder. You will mark, this is suppose 2.8 centimeter. Okay, so from here I'll place the rounder, I'll put the pencil here. Again I'm telling you, place the rounder here on this point. This is 2.8 centimeter. Okay, so taking this as radius, you will start drawing a circle. Okay, so point A, this hole is 4 centimeter. Okay, point B, BO is 2.8 centimeter. Okay, this is how you will draw the circle. Okay, question number 4, as you can see, there are two touching circles and two triangles are given, and P and Q are the centers. we have to prove here two things and find one thing. Okay, so let us begin. First one is we have to prove that AP is parallel to BQ. Now how we are going to prove this? Of course, when we have to prove the lines parallel, either we use corresponding angles test, here we have to use alternate angles test. Okay, so this angle, if we prove congruent to this angle, then only the alternate angles will be congruent, and then we can prove the lines are parallel by alternate angles test. But how will we reach there? Let us see here and here. These are vertically opposite angle. So first I'll write angle PRA is congruent to angle BRQ, vertically opposite angles. Correct? I have given this point number 1. These two angles are congruent. Remember this, very very important. Now see, in triangle PRA, angle PRA, I'll first write sec PR is congruent to sec PA. Why? Because they are radii of same circle. Okay, therefore if these two sides are congruent, this becomes an isosceles triangle. Therefore I can write angle PRA is equal to angle PAR. Okay, I am just taking it as X. This is isosceles triangle theorem. Okay, so this becomes X. Correct? Now if you observe, similarly in triangle BQR, it is an isosceles triangle here, I can write angle BRQ equals to angle RBQ equals to Y. This I am taking as YY. Okay, this I am giving point number 3 and this I am giving point number 2. This is isosceles triangle theorem. Okay, point number 2, point number 3. Okay, now see, if you observe point number 1, 2 and 3, these both are congruent. X is equal to Y because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so this is equal to this and this is equal to this, means we are getting here X is equal to Y. So this X is also equals to Y. So from point 1, 2 and 3, once again I will explain. This is an isosceles triangle, this also is an isosceles triangle, but one of its base angle is equal to the base angle of the other one, vertically opposite angle. Hence the other base angle also becomes congruent. Therefore angle PAR is congruent to angle QBR. Okay, from 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now if you can see, the alternate angles have become congruent. I can write therefore seg AP is parallel to seg BQ by alternate angles test. Okay, they have become congruent by alternate angles test. Okay, fine. Now we'll come to here, this one, second one, triangle APR, we have to prove similar to triangle RQB. Very very easy. You can say this point number 4 you can write again. Okay, and one vertically opposite angle you can write again. So by angle test you will easily get. We'll write them in words. How? See, angle PAR is congruent to angle QBR. This we proved before. I am writing it from 4. Okay, here you can write in triangle PAR and triangle QBR. From 4 and one vertically opposite angle, angle PRA congruent angle QRB. This is vertically opposite angles. Okay, therefore triangle PAR is similar to triangle QBR. This is by AA test. Okay, angle test. Okay, so this we have proved. Now what they have asked is RQB is, we have to find if angle PAR is 35 degree. First I'll write angle PAR is equal to angle QBR. Okay, this is from fourth. Therefore angle QBR is also 35 degree, because this is given 35 degree, so this will also become 35 degree. Now QBR is congruent to this one, 35 35. Okay, angle QBR is equal to angle QRB. This was, I think so, point number 3. Okay, therefore angle QRB is also 35. So the task is very easy now. We have got two angles of 3 angles in a triangle. If we know in any triangle, if we know two angles, we can find the third angle. So it is very easy. In triangle QRB, angle QRB plus angle QBR plus angle RQB is equal to 180 degree. Correct? What is the reason? You will write sum of angles of triangle. Okay, so QRB is Y, QBR is Y, RQB is, we don't know, equals to 180. 2Y plus RQB, I'll just simply write the measure again here, 35 plus 35, so 70 plus RQB is equal to 180. Angle RQB is equal to 70 will go there, it will be minus 70, so it will become 110. So RQB is how much? RQB is 110 degrees. Okay, then. So question number 5 is a linear question, or suppose I'll say a 5-mark question, and here it is given that the smaller radius is 4 centimeter, bigger radius is 6 centimeter. Okay, with the help of this much information, we have to find CD. Okay, line L is the tangent, this is line L and it is a tangent. We have to find how much is CD. Okay, a very famous question. When I say famous, it simply means it has been asked in board many times. Okay, so what you will do is, this will of course be 90 degree, you will join this. Okay, this will also be 90 degree. Okay, BD will be 90 degree. What is the reason? Radius perpendicular to tangent, and you will draw a perpendicular from A to BD. Okay, these are the 3 constructions that you are going to do, and I am telling you, if you observe this quadrilateral AFDC, you can see quadrilateral AFDC. In that quadrilateral, 3 angles are 90 degree, 1, 2 and 3. Very simple. If 3 angles are 90 degrees, then the 4th angle will also become 90 degrees. Correct? Okay, and because the 4th angle becomes 90 degree, the quadrilateral will be a rectangle. Okay, now see how we are going to proceed. Once we know AF, you can see AF. Once we know AF, that means we know CD, because they are opposite sides of rectangle. Correct? So our whole focus will be to find how much is AF. Only then we can get CD. Now you try to think, how can we find AF? To find AF, let us say if this is right angle, this also is a right angle. So the triangle that you can see, this is a right angle triangle. So this, I know this is 10 centimeter, 4 plus 6, this is 10 centimeter, and BF, I can find BF. Let us see how. So if I get BF and BA, I can find AF by Pythagoras theorem. let me explain you how we'll find BF. Very easy. This is 4 centimeter. Because this is opposite side of rectangle, CA is 4, so this will also be 4. Correct? Are you getting now? Some idea you are getting? If this hole is 6 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter. So out of this is 4 centimeter, so this will be 2 centimeter. Correct? So in this right angle triangle, you have got AB 10 centimeter, BF 2 centimeter. So you can easily find AF by Pythagoras theorem. Once you get AF by Pythagoras theorem, AF will be equal to CD. Okay, this is how we are going to find. Though it is lengthy, but it is very, very easy. Okay, so see. Solution. First, I'll write join AC, BD and draw AF perpendicular to BD. This is all construction. Okay, this is all construction. Separate construction also you can write, or you can write it under solution also. This is all correct. Okay, now if you see BF, I'll write BF is equal to BD. First I'll prove in quadrilateral AFDC. In quadrilateral AFDC, angle C equals to 90 degree, angle D equals to 90 degree, and angle AFD equals to 90 degree. Therefore, quadrilateral AFDC is a rectangle. Okay. Once you see any three angles of a quadrilateral are 90 degree, that means it is a rectangle. Okay. Therefore, can I write AC equals to DF? Yes, AC will be equal to DF. Therefore, AC equals to DF equals to 4 centimeter. Okay. Now, can you see BF? BF is equal to what? BD minus DF. Okay, it is BD minus DF. So it is 6 minus 4 equals to 2. BF is equal to 2. Correct? Now, let us find AB. AB is equal to A dash E dash. I'll simply write here AE plus EB. Okay, by theorem on externally touching circles. Okay, so this is 4 plus 6, so it is 10 centimeter. Correct? We got AB, we got BF. Now, simple. In triangle ABF, angle AFB equals to 90 degree. Therefore, AB square is equal to, AB is the hypotenuse, BF square plus AF square. So it is 10 square plus, sorry, AB is 10 square and BF is 2 square plus AF square. So AF square is equal to 10 square minus 2 square. Okay, so it will be 100 minus 4. So it is 96. Okay, so how will you write 96? Okay, what is root of 96? Root of 96 is I think so 16 6 we can write. So AF is 4 root 6. 4 will come out and this will be 4 root 6 centimeter. But we are not asked to find AF, we are asked to find CD. So can we write AF is equal to CD? Yes, they are sides of, opposite sides of rectangle. Okay, therefore CD is equal to 4 root 6 centimeter. Correct? So this is how we'll find CD, and with this we complete our practice at 3.2. Keep practicing, children, and good luck. Goodbye.